Well, pool fans, the action continues here at Griff's Billiards in Las Vegas. It's day one of the WPA Players Championship. It is round one, the round of 64, single elimination, race to 7, alternate break. The winner moves on to the round of 32, and the loser is out. Now we have a very special match here for you in this round of 64. It is a battle of world champions, and now let's meet them. Firstly, he's a 3-time world champion from Germany, Thorsten Hohmann. And his opponent is a 2-time U.S. Open champion and a 2-time world champion from 3-time world champion. That's right. Okay. From England, Darren Dynamite Appleton. Okay, go for it.
And welcome back to the WPA Players Championship. I'm Jason Kane, and sitting next to me in the blue corner, weighing in at a svelte 210 pounds, the beast of Blackpool, Carl Box Office Boyes. Boyes.
Well, that's some entrance, isn't it? Wow. What have I missed in the last hour and a half? What have you been doing?
A couple of Budweisers.
So there you see the format. This is stage 2. It's the main event. 64 players. Single elimination. We're playing 9-ball with the Cyclops Hyperion balls. It's a race to 7. You must win by 2. We've got a good match up here. Thorsten Hohmann won the lag. So he's obviously breaking the balls. And he's playing Darren Appleton, legend of the game, won most events you can possibly win in the game of pool. I'm not sure if Thorsten is on this 1-ball. I think we would say he is. 3-ball. There's a bit of work to do there. Possible 3 onto 5 combo. Pace is key here, of course. Needs to get right down table to make the next shot as easy as possible. So, Jason, it's a funny old match, this. I'm not really sure what's going to happen.
No, I mean, 2 legends of the game. Like you were saying, they won everything you can win almost. Very even match. I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice shot there.
Well, I know Darren's been out of the game for a while. He's had personal things going on in his life. Thorsten, I think he's still been playing the tours and the events. So, I mean, on paper, I would make Thorsten favourite in this match on that basis, even though it's not played on paper, but I think it would be a fair call.
Looks like Thorsten's still been hitting the gym.
Start of any match is important, just to give you that little bit of confidence. So this is the start he would have wanted. And this 9-ball for a 1-0 lead. Appleton yet to shoot.
Thorsten wins the first game. Thorsten Hohmann on the Fargo's a 783. Appleton's a 790, 790. So, like we were saying, an even match basically. Darren Appleton from England, West Yorkshire. Thorsten Hohmann from Germany.
Probably. Go on. Sorry, pal.
No, I was going to say we'll just see how Appleton can answer here in this game.
Probably not the kindest of draws for Darren. Would have probably liked a kind of, if there is such a thing as a softer draw on one of the outside tables, not straight up in the box. 9-ball move towards corner.
I don't know if that break was legal, actually. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, it looked very soft, didn't it?
I saw one ball go up and he made a ball, but I didn't see a second one.
I think Thorsten will be putting Darren back in anyway, so in this instance it kind of don't really matter, but obviously they want to know. Darren's just looking for John. Oh, there he is.
He's sitting behind us having a cup of tea. Here comes John Lehman.
Cue ball was going near the side, but it did get kicked away, so.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. We're not sure. We can't say for sure.
I don't see what the big issue is anyway, because Thorsten's not going to play the shot, is he? So it's all drama for nothing.
John Lehman came and asked us if we knew it was legal. We can't say, if we're not sure, we can't. We just say we're not sure because we're not. We don't want to guess.
Darren's getting his jump cue out here. I'm a bit lost to what's going on here.
Kind of 1-9, I suppose.
I know, but that's by no means a hanger. You wouldn't be desperate to shoot that shot. I don't know if. I don't know.
Yeah, not sure.
Anyway, he's playing it.
He must fancy it, obviously.
I mean, it's clearly on. You would think he's going to certainly send the one ball down into this direction. He's just got to hit it absolutely plumb, doesn't he?
He's made it.
He's made it.
Where's
What
the
a
cue ball
shot.
gone? Oh, nice. Wow.
Well, that's not a bad start, let me tell you.
Wow. Tied it up at 1-1. Carl, I think, looking here, didn't you win the World Cup of Pool in doubles in 2014 with Darren Appleton?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it's not so long, 5 years.
That's incredible.
Who did you know? Remember who you beat in a final? What team?
Do I know?
Well, I was asking you the other day, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know who."
I'd like to think I know it was 5 years ago. I'd like to think I know the answer to that.
Well, let's have it then.
It was Holland.
Holland team?
Yeah.
How close? Hill?
It was Hill, yeah.
I think I remember that a little bit.
We got really lucky. Darren broke off, put the white straight in the middle.
Ah.
We got lucky.
You
need luck in this game. You cannot win a tournament without a bit of luck. Anyone tells you any different, they need to go and see a shrink. So we see Thorsten's break again, electing for the cup break, and this is illegal.
Yeah, nothing went in either.
Now, Thorsten's been living in America a long time. I'd be very shocked if he can't rack the balls, but first two breaks are telling me a story that he can't. More European-based players would be the ones who may struggle with a rack because we don't play with the triangle over there, sorry. Nice shot there. Darren has been putting a bit of effort in within the last month. But sadly, his mother died about a week or two ago, so he's obviously not been on the table. But he said he was playing well about a month ago. We were putting the hours in and whatnot, so cue ball's going near the middle. I think he's just got away with that. Yeah, he's all right. It's actually not a bad angle as well, to be fair, because he can top this through. And obviously where he stood over here, pace is key because of where the 6 ball is. If you over hit it, you're going to be hooked. So this needs judging.
Looks like he's cueing well, Carl.
Yeah, obviously it's early stages. It's hard to judge where both players are at because, well, certainly Darren, he's not really been playing in a lot of tournaments, has he? So. I'm just wondering if, yeah, he's been a bit unlucky there, hasn't he? Because the 9 balls hampered his cueing, and I don't think he can play it in the middle and avoid the 2 balls, so he might have to just. Well, he's looking at the middle, so can he avoid these 2 balls, or is he just going to bump into the green one? I'm not so sure about that one.
He's hoping to hit the cut thinner and hit that 7 ball fuller, and he didn't.
Now this is where it's a tester for me, because the game of pool can help you even if you've not been playing, because you might get faced with relatively easy shots. So early on in the match, this is obviously your first test. It's a long ball. You need to cue it well, which he has done. 9 ball's always tracking towards, the cue ball is always tracking towards the 9. So he's faced with another tough one here. Don't believe the scratch is on, is it, if you play it in the top left?
I don't think so.
Again, these are the testy ones when you've been out of action. But these are the type of shots, if he knocks this in and he pots the 9, it's like, it's just that little confidence booster, do you know what I mean? Oh, he's
Well, look at
cued
the way he hit
well,
that, yeah.
Looks a lot thinner on the screen, doesn't it?
Yeah. I thought he was going to go 2 rails out, yeah?
I thought he was playing top left. So this, if he can knock this in, it's a good, good start.
Yeah.
Very good start.
Darren Appleton takes the lead 2-1. Darren Appleton in 2017 was inducted into the BCA Hall of Fame alongside Dr. Q, Tom Rossman. That was here in Las Vegas during the Moscone Cup, that ceremony. Well deserved as well for both of those gentlemen.
Yeah, you would think Thorsten at some point is going to get in as well, because he's nearly 40.
Yeah, Thorsten won the World 9-Ball, WPA World 9-Ball Championship twice, 2003 in Cardiff, and then again in 2013, plus numerous other tournaments he's won in his life. Let's see how Appleton breaks off in this game. We'll keep an eye if it's legal.
So let's have a look at the wing ball. Wing ball a million miles away from going in.
That is fine, it's legal. And he got a bit lucky there and didn't leave Thorsten anything. Push out option.
Yeah, he's dead hooked on the 1. So will he try and tie the 3 ball up onto the light blue 7? Is that an option?
Good call.
I don't think he can roll it onto the 7 because the cue ball might scratch in the corner. So if he was to try and do that, he might have to dig down on it. So that's what might kind of stop him. Looks like he's just pushing through to gap, doesn't he? Is he moving the 2 and all? I'm not so sure.
It should be tucked up behind down table, cue ball.
Yeah, I mean, Darren's strength, without a shadow of a doubt, is the safety aspect of the game. Wouldn't be known as one of the top high-ranked potters of the ball, but his safety game, there you go.
Yeah.
you're always locked up.
That was a kind of not a good push out there, obviously, by Thorsten.
Yeah, it was a strange one. I don't know what he was thinking, really. You can't be leaving top players them kind of shots where, you know, it's just a natural execution.
Good hit he made there, though.
Good hit, and I think he's going to get... Oh, I thought he were going to get the snooker back there. This is a thin one, though. So if you're trying to play this slow with loads of spin, that's really hard. Obviously, if you just want to put a good stroke on it and pop the one, cue ball's moving.
Could play safe again, but he won't do that, will he? No, he's hitting bottom right-hand side.
Yeah, he like dragged this in, look, so it's never easy to judge.
Oh, yeah.
And
You called it.
it's always a funny shot, that. It's a super confident shot because you know you've got to drag the cue ball, and as soon as cue ball gets to object ball, it's slowed right down, and
The spin took effect too early.
yeah, you just, that's a pure timing shot. And
Carl, this purple 4-ball might, there's a small window for later. That's a key shot. 3-ball to the 4-ball in a minute.
he needs this to slow down. He's overhit it, so he's going to be using the bridge here. I'm not so sure what his skills are like with the bridge.
Oh, maybe this 4-ball goes in here and then it's not so hard. I can't tell.
This is never easy to judge. Drawing the cue ball straight back with the bridge. Can't imagine he's amazing with the bridge, to be fair. It's more of a snooker player background. And it clearly goes, and he's made a good job of that if he's on it, to be fair.
I'll tell you what.
Tight, that.
Yeah.
That is tight. He wanted to be, obviously, just a bit more further down, didn't he? He'll know better than us, of course. We're kind of guessing. Looks like he's playing safe to me, so doesn't go. Oh, he cheated it a bit. That looked like you were aiming quite wide. Good shot with the rest. We've got to a fast start here. This will be 4 racks in less than 20 minutes. Both players still getting used to the speed of the table. Obviously, they've not had a match in this event yet.
And in this particular game, Thorsten Hohmann did a push out, which wasn't very good. But then Appleton later on tried to spin, kill the one in, and did not execute that shot too well, and let Thorsten back in to win this game.
So as quick as that, it's 2-2.
I was saying earlier that in the WPA World 9-Ball 2003 in Cardiff, I was there, and I bet on Thorsten Hohmann at 1,001. I got the bookies, but if he played Alex Paguline in the final, if Alex would have won, I would have won £50,000. So even though I had Thorsten, I would have been better off if Alex would have won. I am banned from the bookies in England from betting on pool. Now let's see, Thorsten, the break hasn't been working for him. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
Yeah, I mean, red 3 ball is the intended ball off the break. Goes about 8 inches too high, so not really a good racker of the ball, is he?
No, I mean, he did.
Well,
He made the one on the side, but not. He's trying to make the wing ball, I think.
Well, when we say good racker, I mean, if we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, players who are consistently making the wing ball are leaving gaps in certain areas, aren't they? So, I don't know, is that cheating or good racker? I don't know. We'll let you decide.
Playing safe.
I think he's going to hit the 6 though, yeah, so he's not got the safety. Similar problem earlier on this. Yeah, you can pot the 2, but how do you hold for the red 3? Natural line after potting the 2. Cue ball's coming down table towards this big cluster of balls, and so this is it's not an easy position he's in here. And he's just looking, if he pots it, can he come in between the 9 and the 3 type gap?
He doesn't like it. It's a funny angle.
I don't like it as well, pal. I won't lie. I think he's going to need a bit of lady luck if he takes this on.
Can he play safe here instead?
Possibly.
He's gone for it.
This was always the problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to be kind of happy with that, though. Could have been better because you won't be hampered, I get that, but at least you can see the 3. Whenever you're crashing into balls, you don't know what's going to go on, do you? So.
No, the cue ball could have easily gotten off those balls as well.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have an option, did he? It was a good pot. He needs another good pot here. All depends on how hampered he is with his 5. If he can get the cue into it, which he can, so yeah, it's not too bad, to be fair. It's come out all right, this.
Oh.
I just feel he's going to need a bit of lady luck to win this match. And what I mean by that is I don't mean fluking balls, lady luck. I mean the pool gods. Just because I think if he gets faced with them type of shots, because he's been out the game, they're like real confidence type of shots, you know what I mean? Keep knocking them in. So it all depends on, and obviously he might need a little bit of help from Thorsten. Trickiest shot coming up, because it doesn't look like there's a huge gap, does there?
No, he's looking to leave it on the bottom rail down here and make the 5 and then come out for the middle of the table for the 6.
But if he's dead straight on the 4, he will need to try and pinch some of the ball to get on the bottom rail.
I think you call it. He would have shot it by now if he wasn't dead straight.
So there you see, really straight. So following that ball through, you could scratch. Now, he's not going to be able to pinch that much. He might have to draw the ball. I don't know. He is. He's drawing the life out of this. He's playing with loads of side. Tough shot. I'll tell you what. This is a fair old effort, you know. Nearly got there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not bad though. He can cut this ball along the bottom rail, and he just needs to miss the 6. That way, he's going to get the right angle back down off the top rail.
Oh, he's missed out by a mile. He didn't even consider safety. You wouldn't either in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. The safety did look on, didn't it?
Yeah, quite simple compared to the attacking option. I suppose he just fancied it.
He obviously just fancied it. He's a rhythm player, but I think when you're a player, you don't. It's not just a case of people say, "Oh, just play the table," but I think that's one of the worst statements ever. Because I'd be thinking, well, I know Darren's been out of action. He's had things going on in his life. He's not been playing in the big events, so he's not going to be 100% confident, is he? So I just think keep the pressure on. And now Thorsten's let him off there, hasn't he? And
Yeah.
he's back at the table, and the balls are sitting all right here, so it's not like he's going to be faced with a real difficult shot.
Well, that worked out for him.
Yeah, so he's made a mess of that, but he swam the channel. This is what I'm saying, though. He's going to need these little things until he finds his feet again. I mean, obviously, if he does get the victory here, you know, he's beat Thorsten. It's this confidence thing again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, got to get some match wins on his belt. There we go. Darren Appleton wins that game, takes the lead 3-2 against serve.
Just to let you all know, 6 o'clock is the next match. And it's a tremendous match. We have Alex the Lion, Bagulayan versus Chang Yulong.
Oh, wow. That is a good match.
So that is a big match following this big match. So it's 3-2 Appleton. So he's got to be happy with the start. Does to break. He's made a ball. Is 3 ball going to spoil the party? No. So he does have a shot at this. All depends on where he can get the cue ball. 2 ball is over the pocket. Not quite over the pocket, but you would think you could land pretty much anywhere. It's always a good sign when a player gets down fairly quick. And that works. And that's a good shot back out into the middle of the table. This is what I was saying about keeping a foothold on the match. Thorsten took a very difficult shot on, and it's going to cost him 2 racks.
Yeah, that last game, I didn't say it out loud because I knew I could see that Thorsten was attacking immediately. But my first instinct was to play safe. And, it looks like it would have been a better option at this point. It's 8 ball and 9 ball to take a 4-2 lead.
Found the right path there, using 2 rails to make a big area. 4-2, Thorsten to break.
And we are playing on the Andy 988 cloth. Lovely diamond tables with the Cyclop Hyperion balls. Also master billiard chalk. And this is a WPA event. This is the first time the WPA, the World Pool Billiard Association, are staging their own event. And it's being produced by CSI. And it's perfect timing with the US Open coming up, Carl, next week, a few days.
Yeah, it's 2 big weeks of 9-ball pool. The fans are in for a treat. Let's see where this 4-ball goes. Well, it's gone somewhere, but I don't know where.
Well, we know it's a legal break because 3 balls are down.
Thorsten's faced with his own little tough long shot. These have to be cued well. If you don't cue these well, they just don't go in. Important to stay still and cue straight through the ball. Nice pot. Cue ball come round nice as well. Looks pretty good. Presume it does go in the side.
This would be a must-win game here for Thorsten. Doesn't want to go down 5-2, alternate break, race to 7.
Another nice shot there. More difficult than he made it look.
Put some inside spin on that ball.
So it's a decent reply, knocking in his long 1-ball. Got him underway in this rack. You just sense this could go real close, this one. Like many other matches in the room when you get the creme de la playing against each other. Ooh. Took a wobble, didn't it?
Yeah. Gets the job done. Closes it down to 4-3 to Darren Appleton.
Noticed before, went outside, it's absolutely chucking down with rain here in Las Vegas. It's the first time I've ever seen rain in about 15 times coming.
And it's quite windy as well. It's like 40-mile-an-hour winds or something.
What's the weather like in your native country, New Zealand, this time of the year, Jason?
Yeah, someone, I don't know, someone texted Carl or messaging on Facebook and said, "Who's a Kiwi you're commentating with?" You know, oh, the Kiwi, they're saying.
I said, he's not a Kiwi, he's a plum.
I'm from England, Kingston upon Thames. I'm going to have to talk like Michael Caine. Not many people know that. I can't even talk like Michael Caine anymore. Yeah, but I would, you know what? I want to see if I can get a bit more English.
So here we get to see Darren. Good break last time, successful. Very sluggish, needs a bit of luck here. Them balls just didn't move, did
Don't
they?
think that was legal, this one.
Now 1-9's on here, look
Well,
at
it doesn't
this.
matter anyway, yeah.
Wow. He slugged him there, didn't he? Slugged himself. The
Yeah.
balls just didn't move out table.
You were saying you thought this match, something was still happening. Some
Yeah, I
twists
mean,
and
it's
turns.
still kind of early stages, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only saving grace for Darren here is he's got to use the bridge, but it kind of looks like this is a hanger, doesn't it? But you never know. No, that was a dead hanger, I'm afraid. So, bit of a dodgy rack for Darren Appleton there, and unfortunate to leave a straight 1-9 combo.
Yeah.
So that was a fast rack. So we've played 8 racks in 35 minutes.
Wow. It's 4-4. Back on serve, as I've been saying, because Thorsten won the lag earlier. And you have to win by 2. We were saying that earlier. So it's a race of 7, but if someone wins or gets to 7-6, that's not over. You've got to win by 2. If it gets to 9-9, then it will be sudden death, one more game to see who wins. Oh. And as if by magic, it's just popped up on there. Over the years, I don't remember Thorsten Hohmann playing on a Moscone Cup too many times. Have you ever played with him on a team, as a teammate?
No, Thorsten was before my time in the Moscone.
He hasn't been in many recent years, hasn't been on it, I don't think. Didn't
No,
get the points or something. Or?
No, I think he's, you know, over the years he's probably a little bit unfortunate with systems that have been in place, and obviously decided to move to America, so you would think, it's a funny one really, you would think Thorsten Hohmann would be like a 10-time player, but I think he's played in it 2 or 3 times. I mean, it's quite unusual, isn't it?
So because he moved over to the USA, he hasn't been earning the points on the Euro Tour. He hasn't been playing.
Yes and no.
Oh,
yes and no, because I think point systems didn't really come in. Just trying to look back. In 2010, I think, was the first time they introduced some kind of points. And I only know that because it was the #1 on the European Tour. That's all there was, and I was lucky enough to get that spot. That's why I know it was. So they only used to have 1 spot for Europe, and then it was 4 wildcards. But then, as time's gone on since then, it's like now there's 3 ranking spots, isn't there, and 2 wildcards. So it would be more difficult for Thorsten now, living in the States, to get through that system. But years ago, it was probably all wildcards. But
so he was a bit unlucky. I remember a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, he did very well in a lot of tournaments, and he didn't get picked, and I was a bit shocked.
yeah.
So he's been a bit unlucky in that sense.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a couple of shots ago, you saw Darren Appleton put his hand up because he got a bit lucky on a position. But like Carl was saying, you need a bit of luck in these short matches sometimes. Oh, look at that shot.
Yeah, that's worked out very well.
Yeah.
Not sure if he played the nudge or played to come around the back of it. These are the things I just feel like he does need them. I mean, he's made some good balls, but it's purely he needs some confidence, doesn't he? Because he's not got any match practice. It's all right practicing all the hours God sent, but if you're having a mare in matches, well, you're not going to be confident, are you?
Yeah.
Darren's obviously very experienced player, so he will know that this event, the Players Championship, is in some way good practice for him. Even though it's a big event, because he's not been playing, he will be using this as match practice for the US Open, do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's the same for any player really. If you can go deep in this event, I mean, you don't just have to win it, but if you can get to like semi-finals onwards, you're going to go into the Open with, you know, confidence.
Helps pay the expenses as well.
So there you see Darren putting the extension on. This is a little bit of a stretchy one. He's only about 4 foot tall. Just standing behind the shot, deciding whether he wants to try and pinch it and come all the way back down, or good shot.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. What kind of cues are you using there, Carl, do you know?
He's using the Predator Revo. Been with Predator since he started, really.
They're one of our sponsors as well. And How Tips as well. I don't think I mentioned them before. They're here. They have a little table set up with a new line of tips. How Tips.
Yeah, he was telling me he played with Revo, then he'd gone back to the wood, then back to the Revo. But he says, you know, about a month ago he had 2 weeks hard practice with a Revo, and he's got used to it and he likes it. So, you know, this is a big rack though, because if you can win this rack, it gives you that bit of breathing space.
It gets you on the hill if you do win by 2. The last one, he left the 1-9. Let's see how he does this time.
It's actually 6-4, not 5-4.
Yeah, 6-4. So he's made a ball. It was legal. And we don't know. We'll see if this 2 goes.
Yeah, if the 2 ball goes, It's not a bad leave, is it? Because I think it does go because he's walked round that side of the table. Do apologise, it's 5-4. That's because I was speaking about this rack being a big rack to get to 6-4. Our producer's giving me all kind of evil looks. You can't see that. He's fuming.
He's going to give us a telling off later.
I was just testing you, Vinny. Why did you put 6 on the scoreboard then?
Yeah, he made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Vincent can make a mistake.
As you've seen, though, back to the match, Daz had a funny little shot there. It was very makeable, but he had to cue it nice to find the gap, and he missed the 2. This is what you kind of going to expect.
Because if he makes a 2, he wins.
Yeah, but it's just that type of shot where you've got to hit it real pure. It looks easy, but it's not. You've got to hit it nice still.
You saw Thorsten there had to spin that in a bit. Executed that nicely. Going to come up and down here, I think. 4 ball in the side pocket, same pocket.
Thorsten knows.
Oh,
he's pulling it,
yeah,
isn't it? Wow.
Well, it ended up good.
Yeah, you could see it just pull round a bit. But it's all right. I think he can just hold it, but.
He didn't want that angle, I think.
Yeah, he's all right there.
He can play it for the side, I suppose, but.
Needs to miss the 6 though, and he just has done. That would have been heart in mouth moment there, because I think he thought he was going to just bump the 6.
That nice. Thorsten Hohmann once won an 8-ball tournament. $350,000 first place money, beating Marlon Manalo 8-7 in the final. It was an IPT North American Open 8-ball tournament. I think he got paid, but who knows?
Not where his finest shot. I'm not saying, he's going to miss this, but he'd have loved to have been a little bit straighter. Handled it though.
Yeah.
In the blink of an eye, we've played 10 racks in 42 minutes.
And the score's 5-5. Vincent may make it 6-5. Just he does what he wants, I suppose. But we think it's 5-5. Wow, it's an exciting match.
Vincent obviously wants Darren to win, just keeps putting scores on.
Yeah, had $40 with someone on it.
So Thorsten yet to make the wing ball. He's got a big power break though, as we know.
Yes. And when we say Vincent, he's our producer. He's behind the scenes, organizing all the camera angles. He's best in the business. He enjoys in his spare time stamp collecting, fly fishing, and he enjoys playing the game Fortnite.
Skylar Woodward's won his first match. Just see him handing the score sheet in. There you see again, not good at racking the balls.
Don't think that's legal. Not going to matter though.
Well, the interesting thing is, if the 3 ball doesn't land there, he might have, an opportunity to get on the 2. But he's jacked up.
Playing safe
He's
now,
going
yeah.
to play safe. Yeah, he's going to duck this cue ball in over here. Send the 1 ball round. Needs to be careful it don't pop out though.
I think you can see this. Oh no.
No, he's got him. He's got him jammed up good. He's going to have to go off the bottom rail with a bit of side, but kicking 1 ball that way, it's hard to see how you can get safe. Because obviously you're just hitting the 1 ball up table. So he's jumping, he's trying to jump over the edge of the 6 just to miss the 3, the red 3 that is. And he's looking at the potting angle, so he's sending the 1 ball over towards this pocket. So this is not easy by any stretch. Cue ball will hit the turquoise 7 ball. So you would think it's going to stay around bottom right hand side of the table.
Got a keeper cue ball on the table on the 7. He did.
It was a fair effort. He wasn't a million miles away, was he?
No. He's left it though, but the angle is going up table.
He's got half a chance here though. He wants to just hit top rail in between diamond and right pocket. So he can go 1, 2, 3, all the way back down table. So you get a good look at this now. You want to go close to the scraps, that looks good. This looks real good. Nice shot, well judged. A little bounce would be nice. I think that's all right though.
You were saying earlier, when a player gets down quickly in a shot, they feel quite comfortable.
That's because they see if there's a natural angle there, you know, the natural potting angle, they just see it straight away. Usually when they take the time, it's because they can't see the natural line. Just wants to kill this cue ball here to stay on the 3. Oh, nearly misses it.
Thought about it. Oh, is he jacked up over this ball? It's going to make it a lot tougher.
Kind of missed the trick there. I think he should have played cue ball off top rail. Because he's tried to play into an area and then obviously he's landed in front of that ball. That's caused him to be hampered. If he plays it off top middle diamond, he can land long, or he's got such a big margin for error.
Yeah.
Now this is not the shot you ever want. The only good thing is you can just concentrate on the pot. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. It really is a nice cue ball shot.
That was excellent.
Shot of the match so far from Darren. Was in a world of trouble there. Cued it lovely. And just things like that, even though he's been out of matches, that type of shot there will give you a lot of confidence. I mean, 9-ball pool's not like the most difficult game in the world, in the sense of if you're a golfer, you can imagine how much them boys have to practice. Do you see what I mean? This game's more about confidence, knowledge. You don't have to play 10 hours a day. Do you know what I mean? It's not that difficult. Do you see what I mean? With golf, it's so technical and brutal, isn't it, as a game? And obviously the game can help you. Love an angle, which he does have. I think 7-ball goes in left middle.
Yeah, he's having a look over there where he wants to be. He's pointing.
English players who play 9-ball often use the middle pockets probably more than any other country because of the background.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought he missed it.
Yeah, they're not going in convincingly, if you like. Do you know what I mean? They're going in, but they're not going in the placed pocket where you look all the time. Are they? That waiting right off the far jaw.
Yeah.
He'll be feeling it though. There's no two ways about it.
Well, especially single elimination.
Yeah, and he'll want to get the win for not just to win the match, but like I say, it's that little confidence booster sets him up nicely. It's a nice victory as well. Do you know what I mean? So he's handled that well. Looks like he's got perfect angle. Just to run through or stun it in. Maybe he's not quite perfect because he wouldn't have stood back up. Probably has to play a force follow. Yeah, he's all right. Milked it. So this to get on the hill, Thorsten obviously needs to win this rack.
That's the second time he's been on the hill.
So players keeping well up to speed here.
Yeah.
They're not hanging about.
And now Appleton's got a break.
Yeah,
this could be it.
Yeah, that's the break. You'd love a ball to fall in here and they all go nicely over the pocket. That's what you would love.
Darren Appleton plays all games well. He also won in 2015 a Chinese 8-ball World Championship, beating Mark Selby 21-19 in the final. Mark Selby, former world champion snooker player.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable win back then. I remember it well. So he's made a ball.
No, only one ball went over the line. No, that's no good. Only one ball went over the line.
Yeah, Thorsten stood up. So
Yeah.
fortunately for Darren, Thorsten can't see a pop can. So he's had second best prize there. Now he can put him back in. Thorsten's coming round here to see how easy the kick shot is. If the kick shot is a hanger, he's probably forced into playing it himself. All depends on how much space there is between rail and ball. If he can get him behind it, there may be a small chance of making it in this side pocket. But if you hit just before the pocket, it'll go up to the centre of the top rail.
Nine balls near the one as well. So Thorsten does have the option to put Appleton back in or can shoot it himself. He's putting it back in.
Yeah.
Darren Appleton does still have the option to push, I think. Push out if he wanted to. The original player, I think so. He may not in this situation because of where the 9 is.
Daz will be looking at the same thing Thorsten's just looked at. That's what he's looking at there, because you don't want to be kicking the one ball towards the 8, do you? You need it to go towards centre, right centre middle. The good thing is cue ball will be staying round this bottom left-hand corner of the table. There you go, so it was on. Real surprise Thorsten didn't play that shot.
Has he left it though? A long tough shot, I think.
I don't think he can pot it, no. He can see the right-hand side of the one. Daz played that quite, easy. Just got in behind it. I'm a bit... Maybe Thorsten didn't feel like he knew 100% where the one ball was going. But cue ball just stopped dead, didn't it? So there was always going to be distance. Tricky spot now, because when cue ball and object ball is in line with the corner pocket, if you're trying to split the balls up and down, you often get a double kiss.
And all those other balls in the way for the one ball's path. It's going to stop on a 6 or something if you attempt that. Well, then you could play, you know what, if you avoid a double kiss, you could play the 1 towards a 6, cue ball where the Andy logo is, and hook behind the 7 and the 4.
Yeah, he's in a tricky spot here. I don't want to call what he's playing because I don't have a clue.
Yeah, he's doing
Just
my
needs
shot.
to avoid the double kiss. He'd love this one ball to... It's a fair effort, to be fair. He's left a pot, but we're in a horrible position. One ball's actually just pulled over a bit to the left, so it's created quite a nice angle. Tough pot, though. And as we've seen throughout the match, he's not been knocking these long balls in. But one thing he's very good at is killing a match off.
I was just about to say, I fancy him for this one.
Yeah, when
he's a match killer.
Yeah, when he senses blood, he'll know this is effectively match ball if he can. Yeah, so cue ball, he feels he's going towards the 9. From that camera angle, it looks like he can just top it in off the rail, doesn't it?
Yeah, we thought that we could just stay down, level cue, come off the top and out in the middle of the table, but the way he's looking.
I mean, he's still going to play the shot because there's possibly an outside chance of making the 9. I mean, that's really slim, don't get me wrong. But even if he glances off the 9, cue ball would still come up top end of table, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Only way is if he hit the 9-4 or something.
How about go for the 1 ball, miss the 1, but clip the 9 across the bottom rail and win the match 7-5?
Just muller that 9 ball in there.
I do think he's forced it. Well, he's definitely forced into just going for your pot here. Slightly
he's jacking up.
Yeah, this makes this a lot harder. Oh, he's
look at this. Look at this.
That's
what
a great
shot.
pot. Great pot.
We both fancied him for that.
Yeah, you just felt like he's smelling the blood now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not ideal on 2 ball, but he'd certainly rather have been there than more to the left, because 2 ball only goes in the top left pocket. He's good at these type of situations where, you know, 2 balls obviously coming through a couple of balls and just judging it. So he plays bump into 6 ball, and that's not too bad, you know. Just standing around there because he just wants to double check what kind of angle he wants on the 5.
Yeah. Later on the 8 is an excellent position to get on 9s, so he won't have any work to do at the end. Oh.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? He can just draw the cue ball back over now. Like so.
Looking good now.
You would definitely feel like it's over now. There's no doubt about it. And I think he'll be fairly pleased with his performance. He knows he's not sharp or match fit, but this will certainly get him well on that road. So it's a good victory in the end for Darren.
Thorsten will look back on this match. Maybe that 5 ball, he went for the cut. Didn't think about safety. Could have cost him the match.
Thorsten will now go into the consolation comp. Darren Appleton will move into round 2. It's a good victory, you have to say. And in exactly 1 hour's time, it will be Chang versus Pagalayan. Stay tuned.